Your faith can initiate the healing. Your faith can be the catalyst for God to do amazing things.
Osteen had a quote. He said, imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions. This is important information. But let me tell you where Albert Einstein got that paraphrase from. He got it out the Bible because it's actually a scripture. But it's a scripture that's never explained to you the right way. When I learned it, it changed my life. That's a scripture that you've all heard. It says faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen.
Got a good plan for you, and nobody can take that away from you, but it's not just going to happen. You have to release your faith. See, faith is a force. It's a powerful force that dwells in your spirit. But it can't stay in your spirit. It's got to get out and do something, say something, pray something, take some kind of action.
You wouldn't be alive if there wasn't something amazing in your future. Can your faith be seen? Can anyone notice that you're expecting to go to a new level? Are you talking like it's going to happen? Thinking like it's going to happen? Believing like it's going to happen?
But if you want to have the promises of God, then there's going to be a few things that you're going to need to do. You're going to need to step out in faith. You're going to need to put your foot in the water. You're going to have to maybe say goodbye to some stuff like we said last night.
That faith is really the substance of things hoped for. That if you hope hard enough, one day you ought to get smart and turn all that hoping into belief. And what is belief? Nothing but faith. And what is faith? Faith is a belief in things that you cannot see. When you ain't see no way you was gonna get a job, he got you one, didn't he? When you ain't see no way you was gonna get that bike, he got you one, didn't he? When you ain't think you was gonna graduate, you graduated, didn't you? That's because God was turning your hopes into faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. That's the beginning of it.
When you live with expectancy, where your faith can be seen in your expressions, in your attitude, and how you talk, that's going to cause God to notice you in a new way. God is always with us. He has us in the palm of His hand, but faith is what gets His attention. The scripture says, it is impossible to please God without faith.
Maybe you've about given up on your dream and God's saying to you today, nope, not yet, don't give up. Let's just keep believing one more time. One more time. Maybe some of you need to pick your old dreams up and dust them off and believe that God can do great things in your life. How do we release our faith? Well, the first thing we do is we ask. But you have to ask according to the Word. Now, what is faith? Hebrews 11:1 says faith is the assurance, the confirmation, the title deed of the things we hope for, being the proof of the things that we do not see. See, when you're asking for something by faith, you don't see it yet as a reality in your life. And a lot of times it doesn't even make any sense to your mind. It's like it's way beyond anything that you would ever, in your sane mind, think that you could have. But faith sees things that don't make any sense to the natural man.
Now, hit a kicker. This is the part you got to get. And the evidence of things not seen. See, this what the part you got to get. The evidence of things not seen. Remember I told you that imagination is everything? It's the preview to life's coming attraction.
And yet when God speaks to you, when He puts something in your heart, when something in the Word comes alive to you, if you'll listen to your spirit and not your head, you see things and you can believe for things that just absolutely don't even make any sense. Faith is released three ways. If you're taking notes, you want to write this down. Faith is released through praying, through saying, and through doing. Praying, You ask God for something, you release your faith with it. Bible says don't pray in doubt and unbelief. Pray in faith, believing that what you're asking for will happen. It may not happen right away, but you keep believing that it will happen.
Man, do you know, now let me tell you the problem with your imagination. Problem with your imagination is you tell it to the wrong people. If you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. Do you know how many times God has showed you something in your imagination that you knew was just for you? You were so excited when He came to you, you went and you shared it with your family and friends. You know what they did? They shot it down. You know why they shot it down? Because they couldn't see it. You know why they couldn't see it? Because God didn't show it to them. He showed it to you. He showed you the evidence of things not seen. See, they might love you, but they don't know what God gonna do for you. My teacher thought she was sparing me. Take your stupid self up there and try to audition for TV with this stuttering problem. She thought she was saving me. She might have even meant well, but she didn't know though. See, your mama and them, your cousin them, your friends, they don't know. See, you gotta be careful when you share your imagination with small-minded people. Nobody else can see your imagination but you. But see, it ain't just you imagining stuff. It's your God showing you a preview of a coming attraction that He has for you. That's what your imagination is.
Stop thinking if you've got some kind of a little disadvantage in your life that means you can't do anything. Stop looking at what you can't do and find something you can do and start doing it by faith. You know why? Here's what I want you to get a hold of. If you will do the little bit you can do, God will do everything that you cannot do.